Hey guys, my name is Kelly and I'm a full-time reseller on sites like Poshmark and thredUP. My store and Instagram name are both rebel_rose_co. If you are not already subscribed, it would literally mean so much to me if you subscribed and if you gave this video a like. I'm new at making these videos and I don't have a lot of people watching. I'm just doing it for fun, but yeah, it would really mean a lot to me. So if you're wondering why I'm scratched, my cat rudely assaulted me when I was trying to love him. So yeah, to do my top 15 sales and my worst 11. The first thing is a pair of Sorel boots. So I paid $10 for these on Facebook Marketplace and I sold them for $99. Also, these, I just quick wrote down a bunch of stuff. Like I went through, these are not gonna be like as detailed as some of the other videos you're watching with these people where they're like, oh, I sent discounted shipping and I sold it on this date and I had it listed for this many days. I don't keep track. I'm not good at keeping track of that kind of stuff. So this is literally like the bare basics and me estimating how long these things are listed for because I don't like write down when I list stuff. I paid $10 for these. They were like the Sorel Caribou, I don't know, leather boots. They were like basically brand new. I got them on Facebook Marketplace. I was really surprised because usually whenever I see good stuff on Facebook Marketplace, especially things like Sorel, it's usually gone like super quick. But I would suggest always checking Facebook Marketplace. I have found Doc Martens, Teaks, Rothy's, Freebirds, Sorel, and I actually just got a pair of free Doc Martens men's leather boots on Facebook Marketplace, so always be checking Facebook Marketplace. I feel like people sell stuff there when they don't want to take the time to like list it for more and ship it off. They just want someone to come pick it up off their porch and they're okay with taking a smaller amount of money for that. So my profit was after Poshmark fees. I also didn't go through and write the Poshmark fees, which is about 20%, because I don't have time for that, and you guys know, like if I sold it for $200, I get $180. Like I'm not gonna go through and do all the math. So okay, so I made like $70 on these. So the second item was a lot of these are also shoes. Another thing is these are not necessarily my most profitable sales. These are my either favorite sales or my highest sale price solds, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of things that I pick up for $1 and I'll sell for $50 that just aren't exciting, and I have made more profit than maybe like one of these or whatever. So these are just like the top price selling sales or my favorite sales. Second was a pair of Teaks. I paid $55 for these on Facebook Marketplace. I know everybody's finding Teaks for like $5 or $10 in their thrift store at the bins, but to bring more traffic to my closet, I was okay with paying $55 because I knew I was gonna make my money back. So I literally had these, if you watched my haul videos, you'll hear me talk about how whenever I get expensive stuff, I have an anxiety about listing it. I wanna make sure it's perfect, I'm not missing anything. I always feel like my pictures suck. Anyway, these sat in my room for like 6 months, probably. Yeah, at least 6 months. And then I listed them and they sold within a week for $160, so super happy with that. I should have listed them 6 months ago. I'm trying to get better at that. Okay, the third one was a Johnny Was linen embroidered dress. So it had the material tag cut out. I could tell by feeling it that it was linen, but I didn't just say that. I looked up online. I found the exact dress and it was 100% linen. Everyone is always talking about Johnny Was, so I thought this was going to sell super fast. I paid up for it. I paid $25 for it. And it wasn't like a super colorful piece. It was black and then it had like the colorful embroidery at the top, but then the rest of it, like it wasn't that exciting. I bought it at a consignment store for $25. I had credit from bringing in my own stuff, and I thought I was gonna sell it super fast, and it got a lot of likes and it just sat, and I relisted it and it literally, let me see. So it sat for at least 6 months and then it sold for $125. So $100 profit minus Posh fees. So I made like $80 on it. So I am very happy with that. I'm just surprised that it didn't sell sooner. The next item was a pair of Hunter Chelsea rain boots, ankle rain boots. They're like the short ones. I paid $10 for these at the Salvation Army, and they had a lot of likes. I kind of wanted to keep them for myself, but I didn't. Sold for $70, so I probably got around $50, and I paid $10 for them, so $40 profit. I'm happy with that. They sold within a month also. I'm sorry if I'm looking down at my notebook. I'm trying to be better. Next item was a new with tag, Free People, burnt orange floral dress, and it retailed for $128. I bought this on Poshmark in a bundle. I paid $9 for it. I bought it in a bundle of a bunch of other things I was going to resell. I don't do that very often, but, and I have bought a lot of Free People that is new with tags that is sitting. So if you like Free People, go look up those things. But I picked this up specifically because it was embroidered and it was long sleeve and it was a burnt orange, because it was like fall time, I think, when I picked this up, and I knew that it was going to sell because of the style. So I paid $9 for it and I sold it for $70. I think I sold it within a couple months. This was a Lululemon, it was a navy quilted sweatshirt. I got this at the bins. I went for my birthday last year, and I was also really surprised at how long this sat. So I probably paid, it was like a thick sweatshirt, so I probably paid maybe $2, maybe less than that. And I thought that it was gonna sell super fast. It had like a zip detail, on the side, and I thought it was gonna sell super fast. It sat for, I think almost a year it sat for. But I sold it for $75. So that's like almost all profit. I paid almost nothing for it. So obviously I'm happy with that, and I would pick it up again, but, I was really surprised at how long it sat for. Okay, the next one was my favorite. It was Sandro metallic. It was gold and silver. It was like sort of ombre, but depending on how you looked at it in the light, it was either gold or silver. And I purchased this on Poshmark to resell, $10 plus shipping on Poshmark, and it was literally like the prettiest dress I've ever seen. If I was smaller, I would have kept it. I sold it for $200 within a month, I think less than that, within a couple weeks. That was my top sale, and it also brought in like the most profit because I barely spent anything on this dress, so I was super happy with that. I'm always checking that brand now, like the Just In, to see if there's any cheap dresses that are similar. There's one, it's like basically the same as this dress, and they have it listed at $15, but they haven't been active on the app for like a year or so, which is frustrating because I'm like, I really want that dress so I can sell it. It was a new with tag Lulu's Maxi floral dress. I got this at the Salvation Army. I did not realize that it was new with tags until I got home. I just bought it because I don't have a great time selling Lulu's, but their maxi dresses tend to do really well. So I picked that up for $8 at the Salvation Army, and then when I got home I realized that it was new with tags, and I figured it was gonna sit for a little while because it's a maxi dress, but it sold for $80 and it sold pretty fast. It sold for full asking price, and so I was super happy with that. I would definitely pick up more Lulu's maxi dresses. I've had some short dresses by them that just sit and sit, so maxi dresses I would for sure pick up again. This item was, please forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, La Gents. It's L and then an apostrophe and then Agence, so La Gents, I'm not sure, but it was a wool dress. It was nude. It had like an asymmetrical curve to it, and it had ruching. It had a little bit of pilling, but it was, I think it was 100% wool, and I paid $9 for it on Posh. I had bought it in a bundle with some other stuff. This girl was selling some really expensive stuff for cheap, and I sold it for $90. That was full asking price, and it sold pretty quick, so I was super happy with that. I would definitely pick up that brand again. Okay, the next item, I found this at a garage sale. This was also one of my like favorite finds, like ever. So it was Misa Los Angeles. It was silk. 100% silk. It was long sleeve. It was floral. It had tassels. It was so pretty. It was in perfect condition. I paid $1 for it at a garage sale, and at the same garage sale, they charged me $3 for a pair of Victoria's Secret leggings. I just thought that was funny. But I sold it for $90, and I actually got a 1-star review on this. So it was in perfect condition when I sent it. Pictures, it was in perfect condition. There's nothing wrong with it. And they said that it was torn all through the front. It wasn't. They didn't open a case. It wasn't torn through the front. I think that maybe when they opened the box, they sliced the dress and they were upset, so they just put it in my review saying it came like that. But yeah, it was in perfect condition when I sent it, but they didn't open a case. I got my money. So next is a pair of silver Birkenstocks, and they were like brand new. I'm not super knowledgeable about Birkenstocks, and I think I could have gotten a little bit more for these. The only Birkenstocks I've sold are like ones from like the bins that are like worn, that I've sold for $50 or less. I paid $6 for these at the Salvation Army. They were in perfect condition. I had a lot of likes on them. I had them listed higher, but I accepted an offer of $75. I didn't even look up comps, I just listed them for high. So I was happy with $75. Okay, next was a pair of Rothy's. This was a Facebook Marketplace find, and I paid $50 for them. They were gray camo, not the pointy toe, the curved toe, Rothy's. And I tried them on, and I get the hype about Rothy's. They're like made from recycled like water bottles, so they're like good for the environment. But when you think of like recycled plastic, you don't think of like comfy shoes. You think of like not comfortable shoes, but they were literally so comfy. I thought about keeping them for myself, even though camo is not my style. Maybe one day in the future I might invest in a pair of black ones. Probably not. I don't want to spend that much money. But so apparently this was a retired style, and I sold them the same night that I listed them, within 3 hours. So I paid $50 for them. They sold within 3 hours for $180. And it was by a lady who like collects these, so she was probably like searching. But if you find Rothy's and they are retired style, they'll definitely go for more, so list high. Yeah, this is my only experience with Rothy's, and I paid up for them. I know a lot of people, again, like the Teaks, are finding these for cheap. I paid $50. Buy something for $50 to sell it for $180 is definitely worth it, especially when I literally had them for one day. I didn't have to store them, so I was super happy with that sale. Is a pair of red Lululemon Align crop leggings. So these were not thrifted. These were from my personal closet. I think I paid $50 for them, but I think I wore these pants literally like 300 times. Like I wore them like every day. They're so comfy, and I know the Aligns can get like some wear, so I used my pillar, D-pillar on them. And even though I wore them like literally, like I think I wore these like at least 3 times a week for like 2 years. So I got a ton of wear out of them, and I paid $50 for them, and they were still in good condition. I noted that there was some pilling and some wear, but they sold for $75. I was surprised. I listed them high. I thought I was gonna get like 40 for them because they were a little worn, they were cropped. But I sold them for $75, and I sold them really fast, so I was happy with that. I think the Lululemon Aligns are like one of the most popular style, and they were red. They were really cute. I just didn't really fit into them anymore. The next item was a Dooney and Bourke leather purse. It was like a tote, and it was in really good condition. I know nothing about Dooney and Bourke. I've only found it one other time. It was in my last haul. It was a canvas bag, so I didn't know. I'm so bad. Sometimes I'm like, why am I a reseller? I don't look up comps. I mean, I do, but like not as much as I should. Sometimes I just like wing it, which could be costing me a lot of money because I'm buying stuff that might not sell for a lot, but whatever. So I didn't even look up comps. I just listed it for like $70, and it sold. I paid $1 for it at the Salvation Army, and it sold within like a week or two for $70. So I was super happy with that. It's like basically pure profit. The next item was 3.1 Phillip Lim. It was a silk blonde dress. I bought it on the RealReal. I was a little bit disappointed when I got it because it had some light stains on it, and they listed it as perfect condition, but whatever, I wasn't gonna return it. I had like site credit, and so I like no, I've never sold anything on there, but I had site credit from they'll just like randomly send out like $30 site credits. So I was looking at the sales stuff, and I did make some bad buys on the RealReal. Maybe I'll do a video about that. Again, things I didn't look up comps on. I saw an expensive brand and I was like, I want this in my closet, and it was not worth what I paid for it. That's my bad. That's why it is important to look up comps. So yeah, I might do a video about that. But this dress retailed for $525, which is crazy. It was in really nice condition except for some light stains. So I paid $20 or $25 on the RealReal. I did have site credit, but I bought a bunch of stuff, so it wasn't like it covered all of this. So I paid $20 to $25 for it, and I sold it for $125. I was hoping to get a little more because it did retail for so much, but it did have light wear, and it sat for a very long time, as I feel like most expensive stuff does, at least for me. It's like one of those things where I know I'm gonna make money on it, but it's gonna sit for a long time. So I sold that for $125. Okay, now onto my bad buys. They're almost more valuable than the good buys because I have made a lot of bad buys, and the price you spend on items that are bad buys can equal up to a lot. So I feel like hearing people's bad buys in what doesn't sell is very valuable, but at the same time, what doesn't sell for me might sell for you. So don't not buy things just because they didn't work out for me. So I have 13 on here. And also I have a lot of things that I listed that were bad buys that did not sell, that I deleted and sent into ThredUp or to consignment stores, and probably barely made my money back, or maybe didn't make my money back even. So these are not necessarily my worst buys, because probably my worst buys had like no interest on Poshmark, so I just deleted them and sold them somewhere else. So these are my worst solds. Okay, the first one, this was me hearing a brand name and saying, oh my gosh, I want to sell that, and it's not worth what I thought it was worth. So it was Shoshana. It was a blue lace dress, and honestly, it looked kind of cheap. I didn't even look up comps on this, so this is literally 100% my fault. The size tag was cut out. I paid $15 for it on Poshmark in a bundle of other things to resell, and it sat for probably a year and a half, and I sold it for $18 like a week ago. So basically I lost money on that, because when you think about shipping and posh fees, so I lost money on it. It's like I could have made better money if I had done more research, but sometimes I get lazy. That's one of my 2021 resolutions. Check comps, do my research, only buy things that I know I'm going to double my money on, because in me, I'm like, if it is an expensive brand, I want it in my closet, and expensive brands retail for a lot, do not always resell for a lot. That's like the biggest thing that I could tell anybody in, they wanted like a reselling tip. The biggest thing, at least for me, you can buy Giorgio Armani on Poshmark for $10. So you're probably not gonna be able to sell it on there for a lot. Do I have some listed on there for a lot? Yes, because I'm a hypocrite. But sometimes it's like the platform, like certain things that sell bad on Posh, I'll send it into ThredUp and they'll do amazing. Like some of my worst things, or not worst things, some things that I thought I was gonna make bank on Posh had no likes, no interest, so I took them off, sent them into ThredUp, and made $200. So sometimes it's the platform. Some things do better on eBay. One of my resolutions is to sell more on eBay. I'm not selling very much on there. It's very confusing to me. I don't know why. I like just being able to put a label on something and ship it off. The shipping is confusing to me. So that was a long tangent. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Give me a like or a comment or if you watch the video all the way through, it tells YouTube that people are interested in my video and that it should show up in suggested videos. That's like where most views come from for like big channels and stuff. I think, like, I'm not a YouTube expert, so, but that part is really important. Subscribers and views don't really matter. It's more the engagement and the engagement and the watch time. So if you're watching these videos till the end, that really means a lot to me. And if you comment or like it, that would really mean a lot to me too. Okay. The second one was an H&M sweater I got at the bins. Paid about $2 probably for it at the bins because it's probably kind of heavy. And it sat for a really long time and I sold it for $5. So my profit was $2.05, I think, and I paid about $2 for it. So basically, I paid this person to take this sweater for me. So that was a bad buy. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean that it's gonna sell. And honestly, like, it was cute. If I sat on this item, I probably could have gotten $15, $20 for it. But right now, I don't want to have my space filled with cheaper items. It gives me anxiety. I don't want an entire garage full of $5 items. I want less items and I want them to be a higher sale price. Okay, the next item, it was fast. I paid $6 for it at the Salvation Army. When I got home, I did realize I had a hole in it. It was not major. It had a lot of likes. It sat for a really long time and I finally sold it for $17. So I made a couple bucks, that's fine. But it was a really thick sweater, so it took up a lot of space in my bins and it just sat. I thought it was cute and I thought since it was ModCloth, it was going to sell. The fourth one, again, I thought it was super cute, did not sell well. It was an H&M Leopard Print long sleeve top. It had like ruffle detail here. I thought it was cute. I think I had it listed at $25. I paid $1 for it at the Salvation Army. It sat for like a year and I sold it for $7. So I made like a $2. It wasn't worth my time because I'm slow at listing. And so it takes me a long time to photograph, measure, write my listings. And then I have to constantly share my listings. So it was not worth my time to sell this item. I'm not saying you can't sell mall brands. There's people that probably make 3 times as much money as I do and they sell only mall brands, but they have to work really hard. And, or maybe they do simpler listings. I probably, like, if I'm gonna sell something for $7, I don't need to do measurements and like a whole paragraph describing it. Like I could just put like size medium or whatever, good condition. The next was a floral Bowden dress. It was super pretty, bright floral Bowden dress. I have a lot of Bowden sitting for me. I don't know, I found a ton of it when my Salvation Army was open for fairly cheap. Some of it sold really well and some of it has not. So I paid $8 for it. It sat for literally like a year and I sold it for $20. I am disappointed in that. I thought I was gonna get like $45 for it. Okay, the next was Wallace, which is like, I don't know, like an off-brand, not really an off-brand. It's like, it's made by Madewell. So it's like I think like a little bit cheaper version of Madewell. I'm not totally sure, but it was 100% merino wool cardigan. I paid, I don't know how much I paid for it. I have a question mark written there. But I bought it at Goodwill. I think I maybe paid $10 for it. It was a Chevron print and Chevron is not in. But it was 100% merino wool and I said that it was a brand that was made by Madewell, so I thought it was gonna do pretty good. It sat for forever. It was also an extra small, which I have a hard time selling extra small. It sat for probably like a year and I sold it for $15. So, yeah. So my latest Instagram post, when I post this video, I'll have posted this picture. It's me holding 2 boxes and one is me having sold that $5 H&M cardigan and me having sold the $160 Teaks, and they're in the same box. So just for perspective, like when you see pictures of people posting stacks of boxes, including me. That doesn't always mean anything. I try to only post stacks when it's like I'm actually like making a bunch of money. But to just keep it into perspective, those stacks could be full of $200 items, or they could be full of $5 items. They could be full of items that people are losing money on. Sometimes when I send boxes to ThredUp, it's stuff that isn't selling for me on Poshmark, and I'm just gonna make my money back. I'm not making a bunch of money on it. So to like be fully transparent, when you see people with boxes, stacks of boxes, it might be they're bad buys. It might not always be that they're making a ton of money. So don't let that bring you down, because it always brings me down. But so just like a reminder that 2 boxes are the same size, and they could be where I'm losing money selling an H&M sweater, or where I'm making $100-something selling a pair of Teaks. So thanks for coming my TED Talk. Okay. Next, I was sad about this too. It was the brand Hell Bunny. I'd never heard of it. It was skulls and roses, and I kind of wish that I kept it for myself. It sort of reminded me of my store name, Rebel Rose. Like my style is very both. I am very girly, but also like I have tattoos and piercings and pink hair, but I love floral stuff, and I don't know. It reminded me of me. And I thought it was really cute, and I paid $10 for it, the Salvation Army, and it sat for a long time. It had a ton of likes. Likes don't mean anything if they're not gonna buy it. After a really long time, it sold for $25, so I was disappointed. I thought I would get a lot more for it, and now I'm like, why didn't I just keep it? I don't even know what size it was, but the next item was a Victoria's Secret pink tie-dye sweatshirt. I paid $3 for it at a garage sale. It did have some pilling, but I thought since tie-dye is super in that I was at least gonna get like $25-$30 for it. It sat for a really long time, and I finally sold it for $16. I don't know why. Sorry, I need to hurry up. I'm already at 34 minutes, so I'll cut out like the embarrassing stuff or me rambling, but I'm trying to keep these videos shorter. Next was a ASOS maternity coral maxi dress. It had a really pretty rhinestone like belt. I paid $8 for it, and it was so pretty. I thought I was gonna sell it for like $45. I sold it for $13, and it sat for a really long time. I'm just happy it went to somebody who's gonna be wearing it for their maternity shoot, so I'm happy that they got that for a good deal. I wish I could have made some more money on it. Next was an Eileen Fisher linen cardigan. It was 100% linen, I think, or a linen blend. It was hot pink. It was 3X, so I thought it's plus size, it's linen, it's Eileen Fisher. I thought it was gonna do great. I paid $10 for it. I had it sitting for a very, very, very long time, and I accepted an offer of $14 for it. 11 is basically like a couple of items. It's home decor. So I know a lot of people have had good luck selling home decor on Poshmark. I have not. I got a couple of things at the bins and some stuff at garage sales I wanted to try. They all sat for a very long time, and I barely broke even, if not lost money on them. The first was these ceramic watermelon bowls, and they had little spoons. I think they were like teaspoon, like it had like the measurements on it. I thought they were so cute. I didn't write down how much I sold them for. I think I paid $3 for them at the garage sale, and I think I sold them for $8 after a really long time. I had a flamingo clock that I got at the bins. I think I paid like $2 for it. I think I sold it for $10 after like a really long time. And then I had a really cute, it was like a ceramic, I can't even remember what it was. It was like a cactus, I think, or something really cute. Same thing, I think I sold it for $5. So maybe it's the kind of home decor that I was picking up, but I don't seem to do well with home decor on Poshmark. These are not eBay sales, these are not ThredUp sales. I did not sell very much on eBay this year, and I did not sell a whole bunch on ThredUp because I didn't get into it for a long time, and then it took like 6 months for my boxes to get processed, and I have like 40 boxes waiting to be processed. So this is just my Poshmark sales. So thank you for watching. If you watched till the end, that really means a lot to me. If you are not subscribed, if you could subscribe, if you like reseller content and thrifting videos, and if you could give me a like and comment what was your best sale in 2020 and what was your worst sale. Okay, thanks.